Alright everyone, today we're going to look at the top 4 free racing games for Android and iOS. Now what I've put together today is 4 different categories. First is best arcade racing style game. Second is going to be the most fun immersive racing game. Third will be the most realistic type of racing game. And lastly we'll look at the most unique crossover racing game. Now before we get started, I'd like to remind you to hit subscribe to check out future videos. And let's begin. Okay, first, best arcade racing game. This would have to go to Asphalt 9 Legends. This game is really fun, it's engaging, it's fast, and it looks great. It's really easy to control, and you get the hang of it right away. It doesn't take much time to get used to, so you can start racing right away. It's really cool that you can speed through, you get boosters, you have nitros. You don't have to worry about going off the track too much because it does do the steering for you, and you can see it looks really awesome. And I only played a couple times and you can cruise right by the competition. So definitely I would recommend to check out Asphalt 9 Legends for the best arcade style game. Now for the most fun racing game. This definitely would go to Mario Kart Tour. I guess I didn't know what to expect. I was pretty impressed that they even had this game on here. I had no idea, but Nintendo did great with this. I was always a console gamer and I loved Mario Kart when I was younger. Now you can actually play it on your phone for free. Now you do have to sign up for a Nintendo account, but it's pretty simple, straightforward, and you get started right away racing against others and competing. So you do get boosters, you get the special squares for like your banana peelings and the shells and things to knock out different opponents, and you get into the action right away. So this here is definitely a fun game. I highly recommend to check it out, and I think you may actually be addicted to it. Next, for the most realistic racing game, this would have to go to Real Racing 3. This is made by EA or Electronic Arts, and they did a fabulous job with this. I mean, you can tell right here the graphics are amazing. They tried to make this as realistic as possible, so it is really based on the real thing. There's tons of cars to collect along with multiple circuits to race at. They've gone into great detail to make this game. Not only that, not only the graphics being great and the detail, but it is easy for anyone to get started. So if you're really new with the game, they have some controls that will help you steer, stay on the track, and so that way you don't lose interest. And once you build up your game, you can take over the controls more yourself. So this is definitely the best, most realistic racing game you can play for free. Great job by Electronic Arts here. And lastly, the most unique crossover style racing game. This would have to go to Overdrive City, Kart Tycoon racing game. This is definitely a little bit different than the other games. This one here is a crossover in the fact that it's kind of like a sim game. So you're building a whole car city. What I mean by that is you're building manufacturing plants, service centers, everything that has to do with cars. So you need to service cars to get keys to race, you get money, you get parts to upgrade your cars, and then you go to this area to race them. The cars have a lot of detail actually, so that's pretty cool. You get to collect different cars as you go along. You can see all the detail they put into the game, and the racing is pretty easy as well. You kind of just press the accelerator button, and when you go around turns you just ease off the gas, and that allows you to drift around the corners. Now this game is not quite as pretty as the other games that I showed you, but there's so much to do in this game that I felt I had to show you. I thought this was pretty immersive and very fun game, especially being a new style game out there. So everyone, that's it for my list of top 4 best free racing games to play on Android and iOS. You can get the links in the description below, and again, don't forget to hit subscribe to check out future videos.